Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Saturday, November 8th, 2025, and I'm doing another general collective reading for you. It's a timeless read. You can switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Just take what applies and toss the rest. Don't try to make things fit if it doesn't. It's not advisable. I thank you all for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for your love and your support. I love you guys so very, very much. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Hopefully the weather's good where you are. Let's see where we're going to go with this read. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour, please? What would you like to discuss with them? Shocking. Turmoil, trouble, unexpected, overarching energy. Might be cloudy where you are. Bottom of the deck, the underlying energy. Somebody's getting some karma. Consequences, cause and effect, and debts. We all must receive the karma that we each individually deserve. I mean, throughout our whole lives, right? Open heart. Keep your heart open. Ooh, for somebody could have had just had open heart surgery. I hope you heal very, very quickly. I hope you're feeling okay. Receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. So, I don't know what's going on here. Somebody's feeling vulnerable. Somebody's having empathy for another. Somebody's very receptive. Or they want you to stay receptive. Okay. And have be empathetic towards them because they're feeling vulnerable, or they think that your kindness is weakness. You're releasing this person, letting go, moving on, and walking away. You're exhausted. Depletion, drained, long journey. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a thing. It could be a job. It could be anything. You're just not. I just heard, I'm not doing this anymore. I can't do this. Somebody's busy chasing something, or you have pursuit, toxicity, and resilience. So maybe you're realizing that where you've been, it's been so toxic. Sometimes you don't realize it, right? It's very subtle, but you're realizing it right now. Chasing after something maybe that wasn't for you, or somebody's chasing after something else. You know what I'm saying? Hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. They're hoping what? For your return. That you're not going to go anywhere, that you're going to come back. Second chance, opportunity, making amends. There's an apology, forgiveness, return, and sorry. You're going to be rejecting them anyways, I feel. This is something to do with the first read. You're done. Somebody was cheating. For some, it's not cheating. Cheating emotionally, maybe. Abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear. It's time. Waiting cycles and moments. You waited long enough. You wasted enough time. It was all a fantasy. Maybe it's a relationship waiting for marriage, or I don't know what this is. Daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. Somebody's spying on you, though. Not on your social networks, looking for information or looking for ways back in. Maybe it's been time. I'm really picking up. You spent too much time on this person, on this situation where it's just hurting you. It's draining you. It's taking from you. You're not happy. So if you're not happy, why would you stay in a situation, whether it's a relationship, a job, really, a home, you know? If you're not happy, it's time to move on. Shocking. It is what it is. Somebody took advantage of a situation, took advantage of you, and it's karma time. There we go. I told you. It's first read. Secrecy, third party hooking up, and STD. So there could have been an issue of STDs. Remember, okay, it could be all these things. Some of these things are one of these things, okay? So it's a third party setup here. Keeping secrets. Maybe they did come home with an STD. You're done. Desire. Yeah, self-pleasure, sexual thoughts, and intense feelings. They're getting karma. They caused a lot of controversy for you. Drama, scandal, and truth coming out. And they're in avoidance. They can't look at anybody in the face, right? Don't look at me. Don't blame me. In hiding, feeling guilty, no communication. Or they're shifting the blame onto you. They want you to hide this. I was picking up in the last read, you might be having to get together with family because it could be the holidays coming up or any other reason. And or there could have been a sick mother or something like that, or unalive. There could be some funeral arrangements. You have to face the family, and they're asking you to cover for them and to lie for them. Why? There's a or just to cover for them. If you have left them, they want you to lie about it. In hiding, feeling guilty, and no communication. Yeah, fighting. A lot of fighting here. Trust issues, one-sided, detached. Yeah, they're easily tempted. You don't need somebody like that in your life. Temptation, always busy, kept you waiting. You're at home with the kids if there's kids. You're putting, you're working hard, and you're paying this, that, and the other thing. You're loving this person. You're standing by this person. This person's just playing you in your face. Double life. There we go. Liar, deception in another relationship. Now they're hitting rock bottom. Karma, again. There could be legal issues here. Jail, life falling apart. If there's jail, I don't know what they've done. Maybe they did something they shouldn't have been doing. But the legal issues could be a divorce or separation. They're stubborn. They're stubborn, bossy, selfish, inflexible. They're a jackass, okay? They think you're a jackass. You're just going to go along with them. I think you found your backbone here, okay? Maybe you put up with a lot from this person. It sounds like you have. It's all one-sided. It's not fair. I think you're done. And I wouldn't blame you. Don't blame you at all. What deck do you want me to use? Okay, thank you. Shocking love affair. Okay, no. Why do you do that? Sorry. I just got to grab another deck here. Okay. Shocking love affair. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Tell them I'm a saint, and I do great works, and I'm all that in a bag of chips. Let's agree that I'm great, and I wouldn't hurt a fly, and I'm just so saintly. Shocking love affair. Where are we going with this? Go with this, please, Spirit. So not only are you the one that, they want a reunion. We will always come back to each other. Wow. So they're always thinking that you're going to take them back. So maybe that's the pattern so far. And this time it's not, you're wrong. But I also picked up for some of you, the third party. Oh, don't worry. They'll be back. You know what I'm saying? So you're dealing with a lot. I'm sorry you're going through that. Not only did they hurt you, break your heart, cheat on you, but now they're wanting you to cover for them and to make everything all go away, broken. I feel shattered about the situation, and I bet you do. Like, this could have felt like they broke you, right? But now you're getting your backbone. You didn't decide to stay there, park there. Congratulations, because you know your value and your worth. This person's valueless, okay? Their opinion of you does not matter. Obviously, they don't give a shit about themselves. Why would they give a shit about you, right? Unexpected outcome. You don't care anymore. Things didn't go the way they planned, right? Missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. Well, that's just too bad. They're feeling guilty now. Everybody sees they're guilty. I feel pain from the damage I have caused. They want to escape these feelings, right? Now that everybody knows what they're like, what they did not appreciate you. And now they're overwhelmed because they can't handle life on their own. They don't want to run anymore. Well, that's just too bad. Unworthy. They treated you like you were unworthy, but really, they're running from themselves. Responsibilities. You had family, they had you at home, bills. Now that you're gone, they feel it. You're going towards your destiny, and they know it. And they don't want it to end. They're confused. Yeah, well, that's just too bad. They chose for it to end the minute they cheated on you, right? Like, not everybody will leave their partners if there's an infidelity. They'll give them a chance. Some people more than once. But eventually, some people will stick it out for the rest of their days. And I can't judge that. It's whatever reasons, whatever they're getting out of the relationship. But a lot of the time, somebody will wake up and say no more. And it's going to be a shock to this partner that always took the piss. It is what it is. You want to take the piss? Well, get ready. Get ready to be floored. Shocking. Love affair and a reunion. Cover for me. Like, you could have separated, right? Whether you're married or not, I don't know. But there could have been a loss of a loved one. Doors are theirs, and they want to use that as a return. They're hoovering, right? This is a reason to call you, a reason to see you again at a funeral. Just stay strong, okay? Just keep to your convictions here. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Witch or warlock? You might be turning to witches and warlocks to do some love and love spells. Let me shock her and shook. Yeah, they cheated on you. So, they're shock and shook now. Maybe the third party's a witch or a warlock. I don't know. No. Division of property. They don't want to give you a damn thing. Maybe they're turning to spell work. I didn't see that one coming, honestly. Maybe they called you a witch or a warlock. Maybe they went behind your back and said that. They have bad credit. You have good credit. Are they trying to damage your credit? They're in debt. Or they put you into debt. Someone's comparing. Oh, thank you, Spirit. So the third party could be a witch or warlock, and they did spells on your ex to get them to stay with them. This could be a money grubber, okay? They could be cheating on your partner. Now they want to come back towards you or your ex-partner. They got them in debt. They're busy comparing. You see right through them. It's a poser, a doppelganger. Someone's trying to hack. They're doing magic. They're in regret for what they've done. They're getting karma. That's why they're in regret. Because whatever they tried to do to you, it's gone back onto them. Wow. Well, be ready. When you're doing baneful magic, to harm, to take, to bend wills, expect eventually it's going to come back on you. Some love spells, lust spells, some of it won't work on you if you're vibing high, if you're healed, let's say, and truly not interested. What it does is it repels you. It makes you disgusted in that person and their energy and their looks, and just to hear their voice, right? Just to think about them. But what it does to them is it goes back on them. It makes them obsessed with you even more. So that's, like, if you're going to do baneful magic, if you're going to bend somebody's will, love and lust spells, come to me spells, think about that. You look obsessed. You look like some thirsty, I'm looking for the word, and the word that comes into my head is a simp. And if you're a proud person, oh, that's going to hurt. But that's what the spell work does to a person. It's not like they didn't know. Well, maybe they didn't know. I don't know. But now they're knowing. They're finding out the hard way what the spell work does. Don't bother. Leave people alone. I wouldn't want somebody back in my life because they're under spell work, knowing that they don't really feel that way about me. Ew. And the spells wear off after a while. It loses its efficacy. Yeah, it's just a no-win situation. Shocking love affair, reunion, witch and warlock. So I don't know if this is what's going on in their world. They cheated on you. They went to what they thought was a better person. Turned out it was all spell work. Or maybe they're trying to do spell work on you to get you to come back, but it's not working. Now they're broken. Nothing's working for them. Little games. It just reminds me of maybe somebody that was spoiled by their parents growing up, shielded, everybody making excuses for their bad behavior all the time. Everything given to them because, the squeaky wheel gets the wheel, or gets the oil. And now life's caught up with them. Spoiled brat, I just heard. Wow. Expecting that their looks or their youth would never fade. Guess what? We all grow older. Yeah, they're stuck here. They're really burdened here. They tried to burn you at the stake, say you're a witch or a warlock. Give me a break. They made me. They made me. Thank you, Spirit. They're coming towards you with a cup of love, friendship. They want support. There's a dove in his hand. Usually it's a cup, but it's a dove in this deck. Knight of Cups here. There's an offer of some sort. Even some compliments. They might be dropping a lot more compliments. Yeah, you're not interested. Eight of Cups. So somebody's walking away. It could be you or somebody else, whoever they were. Not interested. Invested 8 out of 10 cups to find out there's nothing in those cups. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. Yeah, somebody just wanted a life of luxury off your back. They're insecure, unstable, greedy and selfish, codependent, clingy, having financial difficulties here. Somebody could have ran up their credit, yours or theirs, and now they've walked away. Going to hit upon somebody else's credit cards. I don't know. This is somebody that can't be by themselves. They don't want to be alone. They're not self-sufficient at all. They're not independent. They're greedy. Oh, yeah, they're greedy. Yeah, this is a 5. There's a lot of fighting. 5 of Wands. Competition, jealousy, strife, and drama. Somebody made you an option, or your partner's been made an option. Damn. Yeah, somebody's been a hoe bag. Who's the biggest hoe of them all? So unwise counsel. So he's lack of awareness here. So he was doing some magic to compete. Wow. So you could be, somebody deemed you at one point heavy duty competition. They had to go and do some magic on your partner to win them from you. Good for them. Doing some black magic here. Yeah? Whatever they were doing. Whatever name it comes by. Secrets are not coming out. Yeah, you overcame, persevered, you put up some boundaries. Goodbye. Not once. You made it out of that maze, right? There's a lot of emotional wounding. Somebody's stuck. They're defiant. They're very defensive. They're paranoid. They're stuck in their head, feeling trapped, bound. Some sort of attachments here. Too many obstacles to overcome. This is a Knight, a Page of Cups. Could be a child maybe involved. You're innocent. They want to apologize. Maybe there's an apology here. Somebody's curious. I don't know. This is a new beginning for you. Could be a sudden appearance or somebody you left suddenly maybe. I don't know. Or they might just show up on your doorstep suddenly. Somebody feels blocked. They feel trapped. They can't move forward. They're afraid to make a decision. 2 of Wands reverse. And let this go, or you let them go. Or they feel trapped now that you let them go. I don't know what this is. What is this? It has something to do with division of property. Maybe there's children involved. Either you have children with this person, or this third party does, or both. Okay? Innocence. Innocence lost. Yeah. They want to apologize. This is a marriage. A gathering, a family. You're stable. This is stability, a home. They sacrificed. Oh my gosh. Somebody lied, spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were jealous and they were abusive, whether it's your past partner or the third party or both. This is self-sabotage. It's a Page of Swords in reverse. Somebody doesn't want to hear this, that you're stable and secure. Or they lied about being married and stable. Wow. Somebody's got a lot of ego problems here. This is the Devil in the upright. Very toxic and karmic addictions, obsessions, codependency issues. They're bound to a contract, whether it's marriage or some other contract. There's a house here. Maybe they got a home. And their credit's bad. See? Being targeted. Someone could have doxed you. I don't know. I don't use that word. I just heard that. There's doxing involved. Something's very toxic here. They have addictions, obsessions, or codependency issues. Could be taxes for homes. They can't pay their bills. I don't know. Yeah. Somebody could be a Satanist. It's a belief system. This is a marriage, a commitment. See you in court. Somebody needs an exorcism. I don't know. Somebody's obsessed here with something. Somebody likes bringing people to court. Wow. They threaten to bring you to court, or this is the third party. I don't know what this is. So higher powers involved. A lot of faith here. 5 of Swords in reverse. It's embarrassing and disgraceful. So you got to let this go, or somebody's got to let this go. You hurt their ego or their pride. Or somebody, I don't know.
It's embarrassing disgrace. They have a grudge against you because maybe you were married to them at one point. So this karmic's got a grudge against you. They're not going to they're not going to have what you have with this person, that's for sure. They're not going to be you. There's truth and clarity. You let this go. You let this marriage go. This commitment. Because you knew the truth about this person. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Yeah, they were doing divination abuse. They didn't want to pay. It's something to do with a child not being there. They're immature. This is the Page of Pentacles and Reverse. They bore false witness. They don't want to pay. This is the truth and clarity. Not very smart. Don't want to learn their lessons here. No new beginnings. Didn't take a practical approach. Somebody's in debt. So they want to come back towards you because they're in debt. Or they don't want to... They could have ran up some major debts after your separation, and they want you to accept that. Well, I got to pay the debts off. Once we sell the house, it's got to go towards what I owe. But they ran up the bills with their whore or their side piece, you know, their side dude, and they're expecting you to just take that. Are you kidding me? So I'm in debt, so you might as well be in debt too and pay my debts off with the house. And you didn't run up these bills. Them and their side piece did. Does that make sense? Yeah, seen through the illusions. Running out of options, don't have a choice. So you found your strength and courage here. They're trying to railroad you. They're in their ego, thinking they have dominance here. They have every right to being forceful. Yeah, you were forced to leave them. This is very, you don't trust this situation. They're very karmic. There's a lot of disharmony here. You don't see eye to eye on this, okay? So this is a breakup of some sort. Somebody's trying to railroad you, hold back from you. That's what it is. They feel entitled. There's a lot of, yeah. Somebody got caught. They have to come clean. They're not going to get away with this. They're not going to get away with this. This Chariot in reverse. This is out of control. This is ridiculous, I just heard. So you might be going to court. Or now that they're in debt and they know you're not going to go along with their scheme, they want to come back into your world and smooth things over with you. Hint, hint, make you the side piece. You know what I'm saying? They're doing some magic here. Yeah, this is backfire. This is bad news for them. You're not talking to them. Something backfired on them. You're sleeping nicely at night here, Four of Swords. Someone's contemplating, strategizing. They need to put something to rest with you. You knew they were lying. You're not talking to them. There's no truth or clarity coming out of their mouth. Ain't gonna happen. Okay? Ain't gonna happen. I don't want to go there, Spirit. Okay. They said to find that card again. Sorry. Bear with me. There's something important here. There's somebody's playing you, okay? They're playing your emotions because they know that you're a loving person, a caring person, a decent person. You don't like to see people suffer. But they don't care about your suffering, okay? Whoever this is, that's just because it was in reverse. Somebody's going to threaten to do this, or they're going to say that their partner's threatening to do this. Do you want this on your conscience? Blah, 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 blah. The 23 when I looked at. They're trying to use this against you. It's all lies, okay? They're just trying to bully you, manipulate you, okay? And they're trying to, I don't know. Yeah, they want to reconcile. They want to party. These are freeloaders, okay? Pleasure seekers. They were all having a good time while you were drowning with your heartbreak after this breakup, finding out they're cheating on you. Maybe you had to cut things out of your life because you couldn't afford it anymore, but they're living like they're made out of money, and you were struggling here, and they couldn't care less. And now they want you to cover for them? Yeah, this is a King of Wands reverse, male or female. Okay, they're just a poser. This is a coward. They're in their ego. Very aggressive, very prideful and conceited. They don't do the right things. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. And they bit off more than they can chew here. Okay? Yeah, they're broke. They're in debt. They can't profit off of you any longer. You got to drop this, okay? They really do. They can't play games anymore. The board from Peter to pay Paul. Bad financial history here. They can't make their payments. They can't balance things any longer. They don't want to pay you if they owe you money. You're going to make some excuses, play with your heartstrings. Yeah, something to do with work. They want to work something out, I just heard, with you. This is not to your advantage, though. They're not going to have their wish fulfillment. Somebody's ashamed of themselves. I think you're ashamed of them. It's not wish fulfillment. Yeah, they don't want to let go. It doesn't serve. They don't know how they're going to get through this. Well, that's just too bad. You didn't make these bad decisions. You didn't go out of your way to hurt people. They hurt you. This is somebody that's non-committal. They don't want to, they just want you sitting on the sidelines waiting for them to pay their bills and to clean up their messes. I don't think so. They can't move forward. They don't want to move. Oh boy, they're in their Nine of Cups. So fall from grace. What they've been doing all the time is partying. They didn't want to let go of the parties. Somebody's very smug for themselves, selfish, a know-it-all, and a show-off. This is not wish fulfillment. Giving and receiving, prioritizing other people, right? They're trying to balance something out. They can't. They were partying with a bunch of rats. Okay? It is what it is. Get a lot of rats on their payroll here, or the third party's family and friends are rats, and they're take. And they gotta let this go, or this is how they were treating you. You just let this go. You're not dealing with it anymore. Eight of Swords in reverse. Somebody wanted payback here because they're not getting their own way. You're not allowing them to get their way. You know what they're like. That's why. Goodbye. I don't want to be attached to this. Goodbye. Or they're trying to detach from whatever this is. They're in debt. They got to balance something out. I don't know what they've been doing. Maybe they owe for dope, or I don't know what they did. Okay? I really don't. So if you have property with this person, or any kind of monies or anything, that you're still not fighting, but negotiating, could be kids too. There's somebody, it could be the third party, is situated right there in the middle here. I'll give them the payment and they're holding back some money. Something like that. Something funky going on here. You could own the house and they want to rent it from you, but they're at a disadvantage to you. What the hell? Yeah, somebody's using their tears to get their way. The third party. And their family. Very manipulative. They're all manipulative. Look at this. Queen of Cups in reverse and King of Cups in reverse. They're trying to manipulate you and their family. Look at that. They're malicious, ruthless, careless, cruel towards you, emotionally manipulative. They don't care who they hurt. They could be bad parents. I don't know. Maybe you do have children with this person. You're not going to want your kids around them. They're putting on an act like they're all happy, married, But something's ending here. 10 of Cups. That's an ending of ending of a cycle. Happy days are over. They could have addictions here. They don't care who they hurt. They made allegations or accusations that were unfounded here. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. They want in from out of the cold. This is financial ruin, spiritual jail. This is crabs in the buckets, okay? Yeah, they kept doing something over and over again. They didn't want to learn their lessons or stop. It's coming back around to hit them in the ass. This is unfinished business here. Somebody abused you, committed a crime against you. Maybe they got handsy. Please protect yourselves, okay? They're very reckless. They're losing their car. They can't come towards you. Somebody's out of control. They don't want to take accountability. They don't want to move. Maybe they have to move. But they don't have the credit. Maybe they wanted you to sign for them, co-sign. Well, since our kids are coming here, you might as well help me and co-sign for me. You don't want our kids coming to visit me in a motel, do you? I'm trying to guilt you into something. Yeah, this is somebody that has instability. There will be no reconciling, no happily ever after for them, okay? They have addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. No conflict resolution here. They don't want to heal. They don't want to, yeah, this is somebody, and this could be you or somebody else, success. They're holding back your success, holding back money. Yeah, they want to live like they're living large. They're holding back. They're greedy and selfish, an opportunist. It's all about money. Holding back money from you. They have addictions of some sort. Somebody could have been drinking and driving, got the car repoed, or damaged here. It says reckless, careless, and foolish. They took unnecessary. They think you're a simp. They really do. But there's no good new beginnings for this person. You're not going to take this offer. It's bullshit. They're love bombing you right now. This is not love. They want to drain you of whatever it is. Yeah, ignore them. Ignore them. They're trying to block what's yours. They're gold diggers and clout chasers. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This has changed because you're stable and secure, or you're able to be. You have the resources or the ability. This has changed. You're very fortunate. They can't come along with you. Okay? They're acting like they're victims right now. Something to do with the children. False contract. They're breaking contracts, ending a cycle here. Okay? They don't want to help. They don't want to work. They just want to come back in from out of the cold if it's nothing to do with children. They want to come back in because they don't want to work. They're greedy and they're selfish and they're very disrespectful. Ending a third-party situation. They're remembering how good they had it. Yeah. They're blocked. Sudden departure, sudden arrival. Blocking a contract, blocking something. The third party's blocking something. It's over. This is awareness. This is judgment. A judgment's been rendered if it's in court. Blocking money, blocking access. I don't know what this is. This is awareness. Somebody has to take accountability. This is judgment. Huh. It's a wake-up call for you or someone else. She's got a child in her hand. There's family. This is ancestors are backing you up. Something to do with a funeral. You might have to see them at a funeral. I'm sorry for your loss, if that's the story. Yeah, you're standing tall here. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. You're very independent. Okay, you're crowned or about to be crowned. This is good news coming towards you or some sort of communication. Somebody's assessed the situation. Something new is happening in your life. You have the inspiration. You have the creativity. You have the ability, okay, to make it on your own. You made your decision. You're not going back. I just heard. Male or female, okay? You're attracting right now. You're taking the lead in your own life. Congratulations. Yeah, and now it's in the reverse. He or she. So gold digger and a cloud chaser. Is money motivated. Very jealous and lazy. Codependent, clingy, even though on the outside they want everybody to think that they're the money maker, they're the big man or the big woman, you know what I mean? Get rich quick schemes. They love to spend other people's money. I'm telling you, there's proof and evidence here. You got receipts. They're looking at your money. Could be life insurance. They want a part of it. Or I don't know what this is. Division of property. It could even be, I don't know who this is. Anyways, there's proof and evidence of something here. They underestimated you. This is over. You are the phoenix rising. Yeah, they're finding something out that you're stable and secure, or somebody's finding out you're a wife or they have a wife. You're stable and secure. This could be you. It could be a male as well. You know your value and your worth. You put your past hurts behind you and you moved on. You kept it pushing. Congratulations. It's a period of transition right now. Okay? If you did lose somebody close to you, you might be going through some grief, you know. Somebody transitioned. I get it. Somebody stuck. They wanted to keep you stuck. That's too bad. Now they're feeling rejected and abandoned. They're moping and they're crying here because they think it's unfair. This is a false contract. They're a karmic, okay? It was all one-sided. Now they're getting the karma. They're reaping the consequences to their poor decisions. They did want to learn their lessons. Well, let it be. Yeah, now they want forgiveness? I don't think so. You're talking mad shit about you. This is a blessing in disguise for you. You've healed your heart. And you let them go. You spoke your truth. You set some boundaries. You cut them out. And it's a tower. Because this is victory, success, reward, recognition for you. This could be a lawyer. It could be a doctor. It could be anything. It could be you. Male or female. Divine feminine energy here. You're creative. You're down to earth. This is love, self-love. This is unconditional love. It is what it is. Divine feminine energy. You are the leader in your life. You're being guided by God, by your angels, by yourself, your higher self. And you're not looking back. Empress energy. You're very creative, down to earth. No matter what happens, you're able to get yourself out of it. It might not feel like all that great, but at the end of the day, when you look back, you see that certain things happened in a certain way. is undeniable that you're being watched over. Do you understand what I'm saying? You might feel like you're lost, but a person will come right at the right time, or some money will come in at the right time, or there's a solution you never thought of. You know what I mean? At the right time, exactly when you need it, and it's undeniable. Somebody was playing with some witchery here, energy manipulation, and they're getting the fingers smacked. Okay, yeah, you don't do that. It's a big no. Don't do that. Oh gosh, get this together here. So let's see where we're going to go with this. Some shocking's coming here. Somebody's shocked, turmoil, trouble, unexpected. They're getting some karma for whatever they've done. Consequences, cause and effect, and debts. Okay, so they have some debts they have to pay. This is also something's happening in their world. They're getting a comeuppance. You can't go around hurting people continuously and not expect to get it back. Okay, they put you in a love affair. Maybe their own person that they were you lose them the way you get them. The one that they were cheating with is cheating on them, or they cheated on the third party. I don't know. Secrecy, third party, hooking up, an STD, desire, self-pleasure, sexual thoughts, intense feelings. They want to reunite with you. So they're doing some bending of your will, or trying to, by doing some lust and love spells and come to me spells. It's not working. Now they're broken. They feel broken. Why did I do that? You overcame it. This heartache that they put you through, and you didn't deserve it. And now they're feeling the heartbreak. Let them feel it. They could have accused you of being a witch or a warlock, or the third party is one, and that's how they took this person away from you. Somebody's shook and in shock. Listen, I don't care what kind of spell work you're under. Oh, I do care, obviously. But what I'm saying is, even if you're under spell work, you know what's right and what's wrong. And why I say that is because people have tried with me. You still know what's right. You still know what's wrong. You know what's against the law. You know you shouldn't be doing stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are stronger than this spell. If you suspect you're under spell work, watch things change. Because once you're aware of the spell work, it's not affected. It can't affect you, okay? Just raise your vibes. Pray. You know, they tell you to do smudge. They tell you to do Palo Santo, sound baths, salt baths, all that stuff. And that, if it makes you feel better, great. Go ahead and do that. Not everybody has crystals. Not everybody knows how to do things or can access these things. Not everybody has the money. Really, prayer and raising your vibes. Listen to upbeat music, not rap, where they're talking about exploitation of people, and it's always about money and killing people. Not, sappy love songs, or country songs, losing your lover, losing your home, your dog, and your pickup truck. Nothing like that. Just upbeat music, whether you like it or not. Upbeat music that's going to make you tap your foot and raise your vibrations. You might not like that style of music. No heavy metal banging your head. People go, what's wrong with that music? There's nothing wrong with that music. If you like it, great. I'm not saying anything about it. But to raise your vibrations, that's not the kind of music you should be listening to. Okay? I had people in my comment section in the past saying things like that to me. And it's like, no, I'm not putting your style of music down. You could be a musician with that kind of music going. More power to you. What I'm saying is, if you want to raise your vibrations, that's not the way to go. Okay? And you can argue that until you're blue in the face with me. That is my opinion. That is what I've learned. Okay? And I certainly don't want to lead people the wrong way. So that is what I know. That is it does work. The moon cycles and stuff like that. If you're feeling a little bit funny, if you feel that somebody might be playing in your energy, not always is it out and out spell work. Even just gossip, it's considered spell work. Okay. You might just want to listen to some songs, a couple of tunes. Dance around in your kitchen while nobody's watching. Singing and dancing is a great way of raising your vibes. Okay, I just want to help you guys. I'm not here to argue. It is what it is. It's trial and error on my part. Okay, where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Yeah, we got 29. This was an imbalance, a crime. I don't know. This is 11 in reverse. It's injustice in reverse. 2. Secrecy. This high priest or high priestess. You're not talking to this person. You were led by your intuition, your higher self or higher power was leading you, guiding you. 18 in reverse. The truth is out. You knew the truth. You faced it like a trooper. I heard that. Now they have to face the truth. You don't have to say a damn thing for people to know the truth. I think everybody knows it now. They can't manipulate you anymore. You're highly intuitive. 6, yep, this is a breakup. This is a karmic situation. It was meant to teach you a lesson. It's not meant for a long time. It was all one-sided, whatever they did against you. And now they're reaping the consequences to their poor decisions. They didn't want to use their higher wisdom. They didn't want to do better. You're not going to stick around until they do, because potentially they'll never do better without them learning lessons. Do you understand? We all have to learn these lessons. Curiosity. Healthy curiosity is a good thing. It's what drives exploration and invention. The desire to expand your sphere of knowledge keeps you enthusiastic and engaged with the world. But when it comes to curiosity about other people's private lives, consider how much you really need to know. Don't seek out information that you wouldn't ask for face to face. Consider how much of your private self you are giving away to the overly curious, and scale back if necessary. In the dark aspect, don't poke your nose into things that aren't your business. So somebody's trying to poke into your business. Or they did in the past. Maybe it could have been divination abuse. I don't know. And now they're paying a price for it. Okay. 2. Distraction. The modern daily environment is a chattering chaos of information and opinions. Staying on top of it all is an impossible task, but many people keep trying nonetheless. The media pitches in to pluck away at your ability to focus. Your attention span is being whittled away by small diversions and endless electronic input. You've forgotten what it's like to operate on your own without sharing every thought and experience with others. These distractions are pecking at you like restless birds. Shoo them away. In the light aspect, there are beautiful and necessary ideas fluttering around you, trying to get your full attention. So if you've been maybe scrolling too much online, spending too much on, I know I had to pare back myself, right? Maybe take a break from scrolling, being online. Don't share everything you do or what's happening in your life. I know we want to. It's a great joy to share good things and also bad things. But sometimes you're giving away way too much information about yourself, whether you know it or not. And it's best to just keep it under wraps, right? Don't discuss what you're doing, because somebody out there might be going to witches and warlocks and trying to thwart what you're trying to do. Only talk about it after it's a done deal. If you're going for a job, don't say, I'm going for a job. So they're going to go and do some spell work against you and you're not going to get this job. Do you understand what I'm saying? You go get that job and then you say, hey, guess what? I got a new job. You don't talk about a new love until it's solidified. And even then, talk very little about your love life, about your relationships, who's your best friend, who you're dating, do you understand? People don't want you to be happy. People are fucking assholes sometimes, so just so you know, okay? Especially exes and or third parties who have it out for you, because obviously somebody had it out for you, right? Retreat. Oh my, that took an unexpected turn, didn't it? Something that looked so inviting at first turned out to be much worse than you anticipated. You're absolutely right to run away, but watch where you're going. A calm, rational retreat will serve you better than careening wildly hither and thither. Don't rush from one bad situation into one that is even worse. There's no need to look back. Just leave it all behind you and plot your next move. 18 in the dark aspect. Cowardly custard. That came out yesterday, I think. So somebody's a coward. They want to come back to you now. So this is somebody that relies on their exes. If it doesn't work out, I'm back to the ex until they can find a new one. Yeah, I've known people like that. The first thing they do when they have a fight with their current, they leave the house, or the current will leave the house. They pick up the phone and text or call their most recent ex or their most favorite ex. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, stay away from that. You can't trust that. Okay. This is somebody that can't get rid of anything. They hang on to everything. It's a hoarder, possibly. I don't know. Where are we going with this, angels? How are we ending this? Thank you. 6 of Swords, moving on. Transition. Anna Aul. 63, finding out. Somebody's on their own, moving on your own, doing that soul work. Congratulations. This is finding out, right?
The gentle God. Perception of unity protects against accidents and heals the sick. Perception of unity. I'm picking that up. They want you to cover for them. It could be a funeral, family gathering of some sort. You just act like we're still together. Be my +1, something like that. But they want to get back into your good graces. Not, single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. Because you're able to provide for yourself. Now that they're single, they don't want to be. I don't know. So 33, you've ascended. They could be part of it. I'm not going to go there. You've ascended. This is third party situation 6. It's you're making the right choice. Something to do with a contract. Submission. This is the omniscient God. Submission to higher order identifies traitors and destroys their plans. You're moving on. You're good on your own. 5 of Wands. They wanted you to be an option. Or this is conflict, competition, jealousy, strife. A lot of drama. A lot of people involved here. A lot of gaslighting. You walked away with your head held high. Congratulations. Somebody wanted a life of luxury off of you and others. Greedy and selfish. Insecure. So this is 26. It's 8. Somebody's in their ego for sure. Okay, but you have courage and strength and resilience, integrity, loyalty, and honesty. God listening and concealment. So that's who's backing you up, right? Congratulations. Politics and ambition. Wins judgments and protects all those who seek the truth. So this might be in a court of law. You're going to win a judgment. Or the divine has said, no, I'm going to protect this one. He's siding with you for sure. 8 of Wands. It's time to move on. It's fast communication, fast action, good news. Typically, it's good news, or they're getting some karma. It's a backfire because it could be in the reverse. Somebody wants you to feel sorry for them with that violin player. 49. It's over. You are the phoenix rising. They didn't anticipate you making a good life for yourself. Now they want to be part of it. Something like that. There could have been somebody leaving this realm. My condolences. Somebody's fighting. There's a bunch of people fighting here. Maybe over property or something of value. They want a resurgence. I just heard. They want a repeat. No, I don't think so. The great and exalted God. Grandeur makes one passionate towards God. They're really worried. They can't eat or sleep. You're not worried, though. This is devil energy. 15. They have addictions, obsessions, or codependency issues. They want you to cover for them, or I don't know what this is. A comforting God. Comfort them. Make them feel better about themselves and their life. Meanwhile, they try to destroy you, right? Purification, protection from the impious religious sentiments. 2 of Wands. You made your decision. They made your decision for you by them cheating on you. Now they went to the crossroads trying to get you back. I don't know. Talking mad shit here. The secrets are coming out. The helping God, Jeliel. Love and wisdom, victory over those who would attack you. So they were attacking you, or somebody was, the third party or your ex or both. You're moving on. 6 of Wands. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. They were bragging and showing off. And they're being exposed for who they are and what they've done to you and what they've said. So congratulations. Going towards your destined path. And this is fated for them. Hia 28. This is change. They were gold diggers and clout chasers. God who took evil. Longevity protects against infirmities. So, I don't know, maybe they were trying to make you sick. Maybe the third party. Somebody. They were playing around. Archangel Michael stepping in. Or this is a lawyer. This is justice, the exalted God. Lawia. Victory. Grants victory over and protection from lightning. So whatever they tried to do to you, it's not working, obviously. Like, step back, idiots. Take a good look. It's not working. Where are we going with this? A couple of these and then we'll end it. Well, that's not supposed to be in that deck. Okay, see? That's a different deck. I can't pronounce that. That's all, well, vowels. One consonant, the L. I'll just say L. Business, finances, and career should be your focuses today. You may plan a trip without fear. You might have to go somewhere. I'm really picking up there is a funeral. You're doing well in finances and business. Now they want to get their claws into you. Eternity. Give yourself permission to slow down. And limitless. Know your worth. Yeah, I think you do. Congratulations. I like this for you. Don't worry. The witch and warlock might be a little bit disconcerting, but I think it's somebody that was maybe practicing kitchen, Google kitchen magic or something like that, or they're not, I'm not picking up somebody that's really good at it or something like that, or very knowledgeable. Even if they are, it's not working on you, okay? I mean, if they went to a practitioner, it's a job for this practitioner. Hopefully this practitioner's covering their ass because, obviously the divine is protecting you. These practitioners have been doing it for years. I get it. It's bread and butter, mom and dad, or mom and grandma, or dad, grandpa showed me how to do this. It's been part of my family. I get it. This is your belief system. I get it. But when you're bending wills, harming, taking from others, doing the nasty stuff, eventually it's going to catch up with you. I don't wish this upon anybody, but you're harming others. So it's got to go. That energy is going to go back to you eventually. Eventually the divine's going to say no more, right? Maybe they don't believe in the divine. I get it. But at the end of the day, energy is energy. It will come back to you. So I have no bones to pick with anybody. I don't like people doing this. That's my opinion, okay? I don't wish anybody ill. I just wish people would stop doing this. Obviously, somebody has a price. These people are doing it. They have a price. Oh, you want to give me this X amount of dollars? Sure, I'll do it. You're putting a very cheap price on your soul. You're harming people. I want you to think about that. For no reason, people you don't even know. Maybe that makes it easier on you, but at the end of the day, you're still going to get that energy back, you or your children. I'm not threatening. I'm not making threats. It is a known fact, and you know this. Why are you putting yourself and others in danger? For money, I'm sure you're talented in other ways. Why don't you do good magic to help others, to heal illnesses? You know what I'm saying. I hope this helps everybody. Until next time, take care.